was a refreshing sleep. Ah, Traveler, we meet again. What? You don't remember me? Well, allow me to join you on your quest once again. I must see to it that the bards of the world tell the traveler's tales.
These are Venti's character voice line about greeting the traveler. A lighthearted bard's greeting, or a haunting reminder that something has already been forgotten. What if I told you this one voice line, so easily overlooked, might be the key to Genshin Impact's deepest mystery? That the traveler has met Venti before. It just didn't happen yet. What if in the future, Traveler will time travel to go to the past? Today, we explore a powerful theory that the traveler is a time traveler, looping through Teyvat's forgotten histories, and that Venti remembers everything. When Venti joins your party, he greets the traveler with familiarity. We meet again? You don't remember me? Not nice to meet you. Not at last, we meet. But again. For a game so precise with language, this was no accident. Venti remembers something the traveler doesn't. And in the context of Genshin's evolving lore, fractured timelines, leyline memories, and descenders, this line gains terrifying weight. Because maybe the traveler has met Venti before, just not in this life. Genshin's most recent Archon quest, A Space and Time for You, finally cracked the door open on Teyvat's timelines. We learned about ley lines, veins of memory and history that store events across time. We saw Irminsul altered, memories erased. Crucially, we saw that memory and time in Teyvat are not stable. The past can be rewritten, the present can forget. And only those outside the system, like the traveler, notice. And isn't it strange that Venti is one of the few characters who seems to remember more than he lets on? Venti is the Archon of Freedom, but he's also a mystery. He claims to be Barbatos, but unlike Zhongli or Ai, he never reveals his true form. And he's deeply connected to Istaroth, the god of time. In the Before Sun and Moon lore entry and in Mondstadt's early days, Istaroth's power over time and wind is worshipped. Her echoes remain in Venti's domain, hidden references in temples, ruins, and windswept cliffs. Could Venti be a vessel for Istaroth's will, or even her incarnation? He manipulates time subtly, sealing Durin's corpse in the snowy winds of Dragonspine, sending the traveler to domains filled with ancient memories, and appearing in events with knowledge he shouldn't have. If anyone would know a time-traveling version of the traveler, it's Venti. In the Abyss Order's plan, the Loom of Fate, ley lines are used to weave time and memory like thread. In the Sumeru and Fontaine arcs, we see literal memory manipulation. People forget, histories change, the present is rewritten by tampering with the past. If ley lines can carry memories, what happens if the traveler moves backward through them? What happens if someone, say Venti, guides them through? The theory begins to take shape. The traveler travels through time, perhaps during or after a cataclysm. They meet Venti in the past. But upon returning to the present, their memories are lost. And Venti is the only one who remembers. Or maybe Traveler hasn't time traveled yet, but they will in the future and go to the distant past, where they will meet Venti. Think about the Traveler's sibling, the Abyss twin. They've wandered Teyvat for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. They've seen civilizations rise and fall. And they say something chilling. This is not the first time we've been separated in Teyvat. What if the Traveler and their twin have been caught in cycles? Repeating history, failing to stop the cataclysm, each time trying again. And this time, the Traveler has forgotten what came before, but the people they touched haven't. We now know the Traveler is a bad descender, an entity outside Teyvat's system. Irminsul, the World Tree, cannot record them. But here's the catch. That also means the Traveler is not bound by linear time. Their presence doesn't leave a trace. So if they went to the past, no one would remember. Except for entities who exist outside Irminsul's control, like Venti, like the Abyss Twin, like the gods of Celestia. And that's why Venti remembers, but the traveler does not. If this theory is true, it would explain so much. Why the traveler has strange feelings of déjà vu in ancient ruins. Why certain characters like Dainsleif or Alice hint at deeper truths. Why the traveler is uniquely connected to the destruction of Canria. It would also mean that many of the game's major events, the Archon War, the fall of Canria, the sealing of the Abyss, could be experienced firsthand by the traveler in a future time travel arc. And at the center of it all is Venti, who knows more than he says, who once met the traveler long ago, who still sings their song. We meet again? You don't remember me? Maybe it wasn't a joke. Maybe it wasn't a reference to Paimon. Maybe it was Venti breaking the fourth wall, reminding us that this story isn't linear. That time, memory, and fate in Teyvat are twisted together. And that the traveler's journey is not forward, but circular, again and again until they remember. As Genshin Impact builds toward its final chapters, toward the secret of Celestia, the Abyss, and the truth behind the world, this theory may become more important than ever. Time travel, forgotten memories, a meeting long ago, and a bard who remembers it all. This has been a deep dive into the theory of Venti and the traveler's forgotten past. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more lore analysis. And let us know in the comments, do you think the traveler is a time traveler? Until next time, safe journeys, traveler.